The 2015 Foot Locker National Cross Country Championship, our 37th year, and our girls are underway. For those of you just joining us who've never been to this course, it's a figure-8 course. We'll do a mile and a half, then we'll go do that again. As we just mentioned, that start is a wide open start. And Carrie, that is true. These girls are used to always being out front, and now they're right in the middle with 39 other girls who are used to being out front. Is that a little bit different kind of a feel here?
You know, you have to keep that in mind. I mean, strategically, going into a race where you're going to have bodies all around you. When you're at home in your own state, a lot of times you're by yourself. You're out there by 30, 40 seconds. So yes, coming into the race, I know I had to really visualize that and make sure I was okay with having all these bodies around me and knowing I can still run very well and I can still have a chance to win this race.
Well, Stephen, you asked about strategy, and it looks like our strategy is going to unfold in the first minute here. Winnie Colati, the South Regional Champion, out very quickly there with the bow in her hair there, as you can see, and that's a very quick first 400. Usually it's a group right there, but when they spread out that quickly, that we just said this is 40 of the most talented girls in the country, and for them to spread out, that means this pace is very fast. You can see those strides are quite long there as they'll go downhill here. They've just about reached the first quarter mile, and they'll make a big looping U-turn, and then the first time we hit a little bit of a hill heading back up to the 800, but Wayne is certainly going out, isn't she?
Well, Wayne Colati has run a number of times under 17 minutes this year, and our course record is right at 16:39. So she's been on that pace. Now it's a different course here, and you know, everything is different when you have 40 of the best girls here in this race. She might be thinking a little bit more about placing rather than time, but she's used to running in the 16:30, 16:45 range. So I'm not really surprised to see her out there, but she is pushing a bit. So we'll have to see how this, this plays out.
As we approach the 2-minute mark here, they're settling in with their breathing and their strategy, and if there were any nerves, they're gone now. It's just pure racing, right?
They're starting to still fill each other out a little bit here. Nobody's going to go out too hard here. Everybody's going to feel each other out a little bit, but you're trying to, as we heard from every one of our alums here, the hills are what makes this race. So everybody's kind of making sure they're in that group. You see our girls starting to move up around her here. As we mentioned before, the regional champions here all want to be up front. You can see them starting to move up a little bit there, trying to get in place. We're coming up to the half mile, and we'll get our first split there of the half mile as they come up here. So it looks like we're going to go by about 2:36 or so, it looks like there. 2:34, Colati in the lead. You see Gilbert right there, Werner, Pendergrass, Hill, Davidson, Haymack, Lawson, Coffin, Murphy, all those girls right there. And again, we're spreading out a little bit. That's pretty early to be spreading out like this.
Well, it's fairly fast, but you see 3 of the Midwest ladies right up there. You know, that team aspect does come into play, and I know the South has 5 returners, right, Tim?
Yes.
So the South is coming back with a big contingency like they had last year, and the Midwest are playing into that team scoring, so you have to keep an eye on that.
And Colati picking that pace up a little bit more here. Right there with her, Taylor Werner. You can see her running very well right there, and Mary Jean Gilbert. They're running very well. We do have our team competition, the Northeast in the burgundy, the South in that steel black, if you will, the Midwest in the teal, and the West in the purple. But that's a very healthy first half mile. So as they head across the road there now, they'll go down into the lower part, the bowl, if you will, down there. And Colati is picking it up again here. So our top 10, we've got Colati, Gilbert, Werner, Pendergast, Hill, Haymack, Davidson, Lawson, Gray, and Marino there. But it is Wayne Colati who has decided that this will not be a strategic race. This is going to be, you're going to have to tough it out with her. She is picking it up.
She is, and you know, Wayne has a great story. She came here last year from Ethiopia, and she is 19 years old, so this will be the last time she can run this race. Next year she won't be able to do that. She has 1 more year of high school, and she's just been a great story. She loves coming here. She said they've had the same text message from last year with the group of girls that she met here, so she's met some great friends, but she came here to win.
Well, start to finish, she's been in the lead here, and how hard is that to stay out front for an entire race?
Well, I think it's pretty tough, but I mean, you know, like I said, she's been running very fast, and she knew how to run well at a regional meet, and she went for it there and won by 22 seconds. So she has to know everyone behind her is not giving in. She's not going to win like she does maybe in her home state, but when she's at the regionals like she did and she won by so big, I think she's pretty confident coming in here.
climbing that hill there.
She's just about to come across the road. We'll get our mile split here, you know, and you can see the three girls there from the Midwest right behind her. They're not too far, but there's a pretty good gap between them and the pack. So that lead is even a little bit more impressive than it looks on the screen, because those four are quite far out in front. So here we come up to the mile mark, and we're going to be very quick. 5:13 at the mile. It's faster than McKenna Morley was last year, and McKenna had gone out pretty hard. Now, Carrie, you were over on that hill yesterday. It's pretty steep here for about the first 100 meters here. Everybody says you got to conserve somewhat here on that first hill.
I think the first hill is crucial to conserve and not go too crazy up it. It's fun to get up the hill because it's such a hard thing to do, but you do have to stay within yourself and really make sure you're saving a little bit for that second part.
Now, Stephen, you were asking about the team competition. Those the three girls from the Midwest all know each other. Werner, Pendergast, and Gilbert running right together. It's got to be a little bit comforting for them as they go through.
And now we see in 5th and 6th here.
And then you've got that little group there coming up also from the south there. Moreno and Davidson kind of move up.
Well, we did get a little bit of rain yesterday, and if there were any concerns about the course and how it would hold up, because let's face it, San Diego doesn't get a lot of rain, I think we've erased all of that today. The course seems to be in great shape.
Yeah, it really is. You can see up on all parts of the course, there's no mud anywhere, and all the dust has been tamped down by the little rain we got. But here she comes. This is Mary Jean Gilbert from Pierre Notre Dame, has now moved up and taken the lead there. And now we come to the very steep downhill. This is about 350 meters to get up to the top, and just about 150 meters to get down off that, and they're very steep coming down Upas. And there they are, our leaders here, Mary Jean Gilbert and Wayne Kaladi.
Mary Jean Gilbert was here last year, placed 12th or 13th. Was she, Tim?
Yeah, we always say that it's experience that we talk about. It's the girls that have been here before that know the course, know how they react to the course, so they're the ones that are really ready for it. That's why you know that there's some girls back running in that 8, 9, 10 spot. They're going to be coming charging up that hill the second time. They know that hill's coming. But this is a bold move here by Mary Jean Gilbert, and then Wayne Kaladi right with her. And we can see usually by now we're just a little bit over a mile and a quarter into the race, and we've got a wide open spread group here. So this is very quickly. Here comes Kaladi back up on the shoulder of Pendergrass here. They're going to come around, they'll come back to the start line, and then we'll have another mile and a half, the same course again. So we've got Mary Jean Gilbert and Kaladi right there running well. Pendergrass and Werner, Moreno and Davidson and Haymack there. All those girls running well in that group. You can see they're trying to position themselves, but we are very spread out. And here we come by just now to the halfway point here, or basically a mile and a half. Kaladi and Gilbert right there at 7:58. This is a much quicker pace than last year's. Pendergrass, she's about 4 seconds back. Moreno right with her. Werner just a couple of ticks behind them. Here they come over the hill. Kaladi is going to keep pushing it there. Gilbert trying to go with her right there. Werner and Pendergast. Davidson, Haymack, Jenks, DeBalsi all moving up. Hannah DeBalsi, 3 times she's been here. She's leading that group there. Of that group running in 9, 10, 11 through there. That large group, a lot of experience in there. Annie Hill, also the regional champion from the West in that group, and they moved very well on the hill last time. So we'll see if they can position themselves between here and the hill for that run. Boy, Wayne is just not going to let up, is she? She's going to push that pace the entire race.
Beat the track, Judy! Good job, man. Good job, Judy.
Be in control.
Second has great track speed. Tremendous track speed.
Kaladi, Mary Jean Gilbert, Kaladi and Gilbert. The 2015 Foot Locker National Champion will be Wayne Kaladi from the South. Great race for Mary Jean Gilbert.
Laredo pass in fourth.
That was Taylor Werner in fifth there. Great race for Davidson will finish in sixth. Troy in seventh, Leinheiser in eighth. Looks like Morris and Herta moving up and finishing in 9 and 10. A very quick race there. Lawson will get 11th at 17:49. DeBalsi 12th. Roberts in 13th. Lawler in 14th. Hurley in 15th. Jenks will finish in 16th. Then we have Pilates official time at 17:09.
Libby Davidson finishing sixth 2 years in a row. It's an amazing finish by her as well.
A bit of a team battle. Looks like the Midwest there with that good grouping there, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. But the South that 1-3 finish with a great race. Wow, from gun wire to wire. That was pretty impressive. Boy, you just got to give her credit. Let's bring all these girls home. Those of you folks here, the 40 top girls in the country, everyone giving it a shot, laying it on the line right here today.
Well, it looked like at the end there that Mary Jean Gilbert was gaining just a little bit there.
Yeah.
And if this had been a couple hundred yards longer, who knows? But it seems that Winnie Colati timed it just right, and she had everything it took to get there first.
Just took enough out of everybody along the way. Boy, you just couldn't rest ever in there. She never gave anybody a chance to settle.